basketball on the Big Ten Network is powered by Unleaded 88. We welcome you to downtown Lincoln, where today the Nebraska Cornhuskers are home to host the Purdue Boilermakers. Alongside Jess Settles, I'm Kevin Kugler, and this conference showdown features two of the top 10 scorers in the league as we check out our auto owners insurance game leaders. Look down to the lower left corner. Teddy Allen, Travion Williams, top 10 scorers in this league. And with all the good posts in this league, Jess, sometimes Travion Williams gets a little bit overlooked.
Flying just a little bit under the radar. Mr. Double-Double has all the moves on the post. He's an elite offensive rebounder, playing at an All-American level, and Nebraska's going to have to double him early to see what they can offer. Teddy Allen takes difficult shots and makes difficult shots. The Purdue defense has to find him, especially in transition. He's a walking bucket.
Huskers are going to need some buckets from Teddy Allen today as you take a look at the starting lineups. Jaden Ivey, the freshman, we'll be talking about him a lot. He hit the game-winning shot January 19th against Ohio State, was averaging 6.4 points per game before that game. Since then, 12 points per game for Jaden Ivey. And this freshman, one of many on this Purdue roster that give Purdue fans not only excitement this year, Jess, but hope for a very bright future still with Purdue basketball.
They are definitely building something special. You never know how freshmen are going to perform when they get on the big stage, but this freshman class has been elite. Matt Painter said Ivy gives us a punch that we just don't have.
Ready to tip this one off in Lincoln, Nebraska. Derek Walker for the Huskers, Travion Williams for Purdue. Good to have you with us on this Saturday afternoon of Big Ten Hoops on the Big Ten Network. All right, let's play basketball. Purdue with the basketball, and we are underway in Lincoln. Eric Hunter will start it up to Brandon Newman, another one of the bright freshman stars of this Purdue team. 13 to shoot. Mason Gillis enters it to Travion Williams. The double comes immediately. Extra attention for Williams trying to pass out of the double. 4 to shoot. Going to have to hurry. Hunter trying to get free with a jab step, and Banton there to reject it.
Well, this is what Nebraska has been doing defensively since the COVID shutdown. They used their length, they attacked the perimeter, and great job double teaming the post. Advantage Nebraska on that first possession.
On this end of the floor, Jess, that Nebraska is still trying to find their rhythm. But Derek Walker, a guy who has been very good when he's been able to stay out there, was a little under the weather in the 2 games at Maryland as Ivey launches and hits the 3, and Jaden Ivey continues his terrific play over the last 7+ games.
And his shot looks really good. If he can become more consistent with that, open up a defense, then he's going to be an All-American soon.
Man, a little curl to the rim, and pick and roll. Mahan has his first 2.
When you talk to Matt Painter about Nebraska's offense, he'll point out they're very good at cutting. It's just a matter of making the extra pass to let those lanes open up so they can get those high percentage shots. Great job in transition by Hunter, one of the best assist men in the league. And if you give Ivey that much space, it gains confidence. But if you're Nebraska, it's about shot selection. Run your offense and get those easy buckets.
Williams has it poked free, and Walker diving for it is fouled by Mason Gillis. First foul on Gillis, first Purdue foul. Zach Edey on the floor for the first time, 7'4" freshman for Purdue. Huskers to work on offense. McGowans will feed it to Walker. There's Allen. Curling inside, the kick into the corner. Banton for 3. He's found the range of late. 5 of 11 in the 2 games at Maryland for Banton from behind the arc. Edey using all 7'4" of that frame to catch that entry pass, and the rebound to the Huskers off the Edey miss.
Again, Nebraska, great defense, pressuring the ball, doubling the post, making life difficult for the bigs of Purdue.
And it was one of the things you talked about with Dave and Mike and Andy earlier, Jess, is that Nebraska's defensive changes involved a lot of attention in that post when they evaluated this defense during the COVID pause.
Absolutely. I had a great conversation with Fred Hoiberg. He said he watched every game, every possession. He said very clearly, we have to use our length to pressure the ball more. We have to front the post better. That's what you have to do in the Big Ten. And then I wanted to switch up my defenses. You'll see a little more zone action. It's paid huge dividends since they've come back from the break.
That's 3-point field goal percentage defense in the league, and the defense as a whole has been better since the return. It's that offense that's a little slower to get going, and the turnover, Derek Walker's pass intercepted by Jaden Ivey. Ivey on the run, going end to end. In the corner, finds Hunter, and Hunter's bucket is true. And now a turnover right back to Purdue. Here's Gillis, the pull-up over Walker, no, but a foul on Derek Walker will send Mason Gillis to the line, and the Huskers getting a little sloppy, Jess, and it's cost them a couple.
And this group of Cornhuskers just struggle to value every possession. You can't try to force the basketball into a place that it's not going to go, and then you take the ball out of bounds. That's a big-time defensive play by Mr. Hunter. But if you're Nebraska, those are the type of turnovers that make it impossible to keep these close over the course of the game.
Eduardo Andre on the floor for Derek Walker, who sits down after his first personal. And Andre immediately getting into the act, tips the rebound to Mayan. Andre against Edey, goes right back to Banton, cutting to the rim, and a foul on the floor. Oborowski with the call up top as Banton came in, and the foul against Purdue.
I counted 6 passes on this possession, which is what Nebraska has to have. And if you're going to overplay the passing lanes, like old Gene Katie's defense is used to, then as an offense, you have to take advantage of that. Cut back door when the paint is open and try to get easy baskets.
Well, it's one of the things that Fred Hoiberg talked with us about, Justin, saying this is what his system is predicated on as McGowan sits the fadeaway, is passing and sharing the basketball. And he said, we've led the NCAA in assists in the system, and he's right. His 4th year at Iowa State, Cyclones led the NCAA in assists per game.
Yeah, those teams were very fun to watch. Obviously, Monte Morris was his point guard and never turned the ball over. But this group of Nebraska Cornhuskers, when they struggle, it's because they shoot too quickly and they attack too quickly. If you just let it open up, you'll get those easy baskets.
Andre to Allen. And Allen, pass taken away. Jaden Ivey with the intercept to the other end, and the one-hand hammer for the freshman Jaden Ivey. What a start on the road. He's got 5. Allen, deep 3. Rebounded by Gillis. Purdue up 10-4 with the ball. Edey, position deep inside the post. He's got 2 more, and a timeout taken by the Huskers as the Boilermakers have hit their final last 4 shots in a 6-0 run.
Well, you are watching a star in the making at both ends. Jaden Ivey with the hammer. Purdue rolling early.
No matter how early you're up or how late you're running, when you start your day at Speedway, we've got what you need to have a good morning. We've got it hot, we've got it cold, we've got it sprinkled, we've got it ready. No matter where you're heading or what you're craving, we're here to make your morning a little better. Because when you get off to a better start, you go on to a better day.
We made USAA insurance for members like Kate, a former Army medic made of the flexibility to handle whatever Monday has in store and tackle 4 things at once. So when her car got hit, she didn't worry. She simply filed a claim on her USAA app and said,
I've got this.
USAA insurance is made the way Kate needs it. Easy. She can even pick her payment plan, so it's easy on her budget and her life. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info.
Ooh. Have you looked on the bright side?
Discover never holds you responsible for unauthorized purchases on your card. That's my turtle.
Fraud protection. Discover something brighter.
5 Hour Energy helps you get stuff done. And now, when you purchase 5 Hour Energy, you can instantly win cash prizes. For complete rules and how to enter, visit 5hewin.com. 5 Hour Energy, the official sponsor of Getting Stuff Done.
Tonight, Haley Bush and the 11th ranked Boilermakers are ready for a tough conference clash when they host the Wildcats. Women's volleyball powered by Unleaded 88. Tonight at 7:30 Eastern on the Big Ten Network.
Monday, it's a wrestling doubleheader on the Big Ten Network. First, third-ranked Penn State battles Maryland. Then, Indiana and Purdue meet in a rivalry clash. Big Ten Wrestling, presented by Cliff Keen Athletic. Monday on the Big Ten Network.
If I lived in Finland, I would fish and not coach basketball.
You're not supposed to lose. You're supposed to win at Indiana.
We had a difficult 84-85 season.
Coach Knight realized we had to do something extra.
Canada, Japan,
Finland,
Hong Kong.
Say something, Bobby.
When I look back on our national championship run, that trip had an awful lot to do with it.
Basketball on the Big Ten Network is powered by Unleaded 88, the clean burning fuel choice that's engine smart, earth kind. This will surprise absolutely no one who's been in the Midwest, but the snow has not melted in Lincoln, Nebraska yet. Even with the hot start for Purdue, 12-4 lead for the Boilermakers. With Jess Settles, I'm Kevin Kugler. Jaden Ivey, 5 early points, 2 steals, hit a 3 in transition, a one-handed dunk, and a good start for the freshmen of Purdue, who have scored 10 of the 12 points that the Boilermakers have in this game. Here's Mayen off the Nebraska timeout, airballs the 3, and it'll belong once again to Purdue. There's Ivey. Shamil Stevenson in the game on him. 3 from the right side for Brandon Newman, no good. And Banton the rebound for the Huskers.
Very important possession for Nebraska. No turnovers, no pick sixes. You have to get an easy shot here to try to slow down this Purdue momentum.
And we've got a whistle and a foul away from the ball. Looked like Brandon Newman tangled up underneath, gets his first, team's third.
If you play for Purdue, you have to play the right way. It's very interesting. Travion Williams turns the ball over early, and Matt Painter says, you're going to have to sit for that. And that's the trust that he has in his freshmen, and that's how he builds his program over the year.
Inbound to Mayen for Nebraska. Pocket pick, Ivey. Does he get his third steal on the floor with it? And a foul is going to be called. Nope. Stoppage in play, and Jaden Ivey is just doing such a fantastic job. It is a foul called, and we've got a new feature, and it's going to sweep the nation. It's called Getting Fresh with Jess. Jess's top freshman.
Well, I am an expert in this category. If you look at the very bottom of the screen there, Kevin. But Hunter Dickinson's going to run away with this award. He's going to deserve this. But you could put almost any Purdue Boilermaker on the list, and Jaden Ivey continues to step up and get better every time we see him take a court.
Freshman with the miss in Ivey, freshman with the rebound in Edey. Here's Sasha Stefanovic, not a freshman, but somebody Purdue would really like to get going since he came back from COVID. Has not hit a field goal.
I think if he can get the minutes in this game, he'll break out, Kevin.
Ball poke free, good defense by Nebraska. Pass ahead to McGowan's, but McGowan's does not have the numbers. Thorbjarnarson finding Shamil Stevenson gets the 2. Good break by the Huskers as they cut the lead to 6.
Outstanding transition basket. Those easy baskets are hard to come by against Purdue. You have to take advantage of that transition.
Thorbjarnarson with the steal, took it away from Wheeler to the other end. His scoop shot won't go, but Thorbjarnarson will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Nebraska struggling in the half court, so take your defense and turn it into offense before Purdue can get back, and you won't see a prettier pass. Great assist, and snap it hits him right in the pocket, like Tommy Frazier crossing into the end zone right there, Kevin Kugler.
The Iowa guy with the Nebraska football reference. Very nicely done, Jess Settles, playing to your crowd here. McGowan's his 3 falls, and Nebraska now moving off the timeout. Defense started the offense, and now the Huskers have pushed Purdue into a 2-minute drought, have cut it down to a 3-point game. Travion Williams back to work inside, hook shot short, got his own rebound, one of the best offensive rebounders in college basketball, and it stays alive once more for Purdue. Good ball movement into the corner. Thompson's 3 won't go. Williams battling for it, and McGowan's out of bounds. Purdue gets another opportunity. 13 minutes to go in this first half.
Well, Fred Hoiberg had a heart-to-heart with McGowan's in the last couple days, and they watched some tape together, and Kevin, he was taking his 3-point shots too far out. He said, look, you got to move in and get up on that line and do it like you did before the COVID break when you were shooting over 40%. Looks like he got the message. Good coaching, great job listening to your coach.
Williams, hook shot good and a foul. He'll go to the line for a chance at one more, and the value of Travion Williams really showed in that possession, not only with the bucket and a chance for one more, Jess, but the earlier offensive rebounding work.
That's right. It was just a Moses Malone tip drill for Travion, gets 4 offensive touches, and I don't know how you stop the fadeaway hook shot. Most guys who have that hook go straight up, and it's difficult to stop, but he's fading away with it. It seems like he's mastered that shot, and that's big trouble for Nebraska. And you're right, Kevin, you got to block him out, or it's going to be a long night on the glass.
The one Achilles heel, and it's been this way the last couple of years for Travion, has been at the foul line, just a 52% shooter after last year shooting 48% from the line. Kobe Webster, 12 to shoot for the Huskers. Udraogo trying to find some room. Thorbjarnarson set 3, short, and the rebound to Purdue. Thompson will start it up the floor for the Boilermakers to Jaden Ivey. Stefanovic. Scoreless the last 2 games since coming back. 4 points, all on free throws. Ivey a deep 3. That's not going to go. Stevenson able to save it for Nebraska. Thorbjarnarson wrap around to McGowan's got an open look from 3, and he hits. It's a 2-point game.
Just amazing what happens when you can knock one in, gain your confidence. He went straight up again. He was pretty close to the line. He wasn't 3 or 4 feet behind it, and that was nothing but net.
Stefanovic off the mark. 0 for 8 from 3 since his return, was shooting 47% before the COVID positive. Webster's 3 gives the Huskers the lead. 11-2 run for Nebraska. Huskers won this matchup in this building a year ago, 70-56. Williams finds the open man. That's Thompson. His 3 won't go. Purdue 1 of 7 from 3-point land in this first half. Stevenson on the attack, all the way to the rim, and the foul on the floor first. Timeout on the floor. Huskers by 1.
Well, the 3-point shots for Nebraska are finally starting to fall, and that's a pretty clean look. You got to get your hand up. It's amazing how the 3-point shot can turn the game around at any time.
T-Mobile is upgrading its network at a record pace. We were the first to bring 5G nationwide. And now that Sprint is a part of T-Mobile, we're turning up the speed, upgrading over 1,000 towers a month with ultra capacity 5G, to bring speeds as fast as Wi-Fi to cities and towns across America. And we're adding more every week. Coverage and speed. Who says you can't have it all?
Deposit, plan, and pay with easy tools from Chase. Simplicity feels good. Chase, make more of what's yours.
I'm a performer. Always have been and always will be. Never letting anything get in my way. Not the doubts, distractions, or voice in my head. And certainly not arthritis. Voltaren provides powerful arthritis pain relief to help me keep moving. And it can help you too. Feel the joy of movement with Voltaren.
Wait up. Papa John's has a new stuffed crust. Oh, we did it. All our tweets, DMs, and carrier pigeons worked. This ain't just stuffed crust. This is Papa John's crust. Stuffed.
Reese's eggs are back, and we hit them somewhere you'll never find. Psych! We put them everywhere. Grocery stores and supermarkets, gas stations, and chiropractors' offices, bowling alleys and grocery stores, which we already mentioned. Not sorry, Reese's.
How great is it that we get to tell everybody how Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need? I mean, uh-oh, sorry. Oh, what? I'm an emu! No, buddy. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Big Ten Conference and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Big Ten Conference.
It just started becoming more and more serious.
That we were going to get shut down.
When the world went remote, we stayed connected.
Nebraska gave me the tools that I needed.
My hat's off to all the professors.
You're a student, you're an individual.
My professor, she was really good about checking in with her students.
And she helped me to realize that this is an opportunity
to experience the community, the togetherness, a bond that people, when I go to other states, they just don't understand it. Just Husker Nation is just something that's like none other, second to none, absolutely.
Everybody said, how did you get fresh with Jess? I mean, how was that freshman piece so successful? It's because young Jess Settles, the 1993 Iowa Mr. Basketball, has all the credentials to tell us exactly what great freshmen there are in the Big Ten Conference, because 1,000 years ago, this man, that was him. Look at him, he's barely aged. Jess Settles looks exactly the same, except you're wearing a different shirt.
I cannot believe you pulled that off, Kugler. I mean, that's unbelievable. I haven't seen that picture in a long time.
Well, now I'm glad we could share that picture with everyone. Ouedraogo inside for Nebraska. Lost the handle on that one. Here comes Brandon Newman for Purdue on the run. Purdue has not scored in over 2 minutes. Has hit one of their last 9 from the floor. Stefanovic trying to find room on the baseline. 8 to shoot for Williams. 3 to shoot. Ouedraogo going for the steal. 1 on the shot clock. Deep 3 for Newman won't go. Rebound tip to Webster. Webster trying to fit through a couple of defenders. Thorbjarnarson will leave it behind for McCowans. Here's Stevenson launching from deep. In and out into the hands of Brandon Newman.
Let's keep our eye on Derek Walker and Travion Williams on the post. Walker has done a fantastic job of fronting, of being physical, and blowing up those ball screens. He's made a huge difference in this game early.
On the bench right now, though, for Walker with those 2 fouls, you've got Ouedraogo, who's going to have to play a little extra, and he gets the steal immediately. Ouedraogo with the steal. Thorbjarnarson will bring it up the floor, trying to find either Ouedraogo or Stevenson. He missed them both, and a turnover right back for Nebraska, their 5th.
Great ball pressure that Fred Hoiberg talked about. There's the fronting of the post, outstanding job, and he is blowing up the ball screen. You cannot play much better defense against Purdue and Travion Williams than that right there.
Bonovich will pop out. Here's Hunter into the paint. Fade away, rolls home. That breaks the drought of nearly 4 minutes for Purdue. Stevenson with 15 on the shot clock for the Huskers. Stevenson wrapping around. Ouedraogo has trouble with that one. Back to Webster. He'll launch the three. Short, and Edey with the rebound, his second. Our State Farm halftime report coming up. 8.5 until the break. Coming up from our Big Ten Network studios in Chicago. The floater is short, and the rebound pulled down by Shamil Stevenson. Webster will try again. Can't hit again. Rebound for Purdue. Boilermakers on the move. End-to-end action, but nobody doing much scoring right now. Newman will launch. Newman will hit his first bucket, and Purdue back on top by 4.
Newman's such an interesting offensive threat. I mean, he can have huge games and he can struggle, but you have to find him if you're the Nebraska defense at any range.
It's turned into a track meet, Jess, over the last couple of minutes. Stevenson's three, it falls, and a one-point game again as Shamil Stevenson hits just his 4th three of the year.
Coaching and winning is so much easier, Kevin, when those three-point shots are falling.
Huskers have hit 4, Purdue 2. 2 for 9 for the Boilermakers, 4 for 11 for Nebraska. Gillis jumps it to Edey, and Thorbjarnarson tips it away, but a foul on the Nebraska senior from Iceland and a timeout in Lincoln.
Yeah, both of these teams have struggled this year from beyond the arc, but they're finally starting to heat up, and you have to find the three-point shooters. Nothing but the bottom. We're in a little shootout right here.
Baby, let's cruise away from here. You're gonna fly away. Glad you're going my way.
When you drive this smooth, you save with Allstate. The future of auto insurance is here. You've never been in better hands. Allstate. Click or call for a quote today.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. I opened a SoFi Money account, and it was the first time that I realized I can be earning interest back on my money.
I just discovered SoFi, and I'm an investor with a diversified portfolio. Who am I?
I refinanced my student loan with SoFi because of their low interest rates.
Thanks, SoFi, for helping us get our money right. Thank you.
Have you or a loved one been wronged by pre-made breakfast? Well, Wendy's has your back, dropping the hammer with 2 of these made-to-order breakfast sandwiches for just $4. Get the breakfast you deserve now, 2 for $4. Only at Wendy's.
Bowl 24, keeping it real with Matthew Wolf.
If you don't think golf is an athletic sport, my swing disagrees. Bowl 24 antioxidant has vitamins A and C and no artificial sweeteners. Something we can all agree on.
Hey, Bowl 24.
The number of applications of this technology are basically endless.
We're in the Center for Electro-Optics and Functionalized Surfaces. We're a large multidisciplinary team who's working to use ultra-fast lasers to functionalize metallic surfaces. We create surfaces that can repel water or absorb water, or surfaces that can absorb light or radiate heat. We're working on bioengineering surfaces with a lot of different medical applications. Also anti-icing surfaces, for example, anti-icing power lines. We can create surfaces that are self-cleaning, surfaces that enhance heat transfer,
We just altered the depth of a human hair onto the surface. The rest of the material stays the same.
These surfaces have a lot of applications in air travel, base, national defense, but there's also a lot of just applications in our everyday lives.
Tomorrow on the Big Ten Network, the Huskers and Gophers meet again as two of the nation's best volleyball teams battle it out. The excitement begins tomorrow at noon Eastern, powered by Unleaded 88 on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Also Northwestern and Purdue coming up as well. Great volleyball conference. And the standings in this one, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Ohio State, Nebraska. First loss last night. Last night Purdue defeated Northwestern 3-0. And a sweep there. Coming up, 11th ranked Boilermakers take on Northwestern. Ivy on the inbound. The Boilermakers trying to find a little bit of rhythm. 3 for 14 after the hot start. Skip to Newman, launching from deep, short, and McGowan's cradles it for Nebraska.
Fred Hoiberg and his staff doing an outstanding job mixing in a little zone there, trying to keep the ball out of the paint. And you can tell they're much fresher after the Maryland trip, using that length, disrupting Purdue's offense.
And Allen with the travel turns it back over to Purdue. 6th turnover for the Huskers, 5 for the Boilermakers in this first half.
Yeah, and that's what just really hurts Nebraska. You get a great defensive stop, you come down to the offensive end, and you don't even get a shot off. Look for Matt Painter right here to run one of his sets, possibly through his big man at the high post at the elbow. Watch for multiple screens. He's got to run some action here to get an easy basket.
Pretty good minutes for Thorpe Yarnerson. You saw him sit down for the Huskers for the moment. Edey inside, rolls that one home. 6 points for Edey, and a tough task for Wudraogo trying to handle the 7'4" freshman. And then Nebraska gets sloppy again. The turnover to Newman and the two-hand flush.
Well, great job by Edey to set the ball screen, run the set that we were talking about. They get the ball back into him for a high percentage shot. And again, that's what's been hurting Nebraska the entire season. Those empty possessions, those pick sixes, you just have a hard time winning with that many turnovers and easy runouts.
3 is short. Wudraogo trying to corral that rebound. He does, muscles it up, gets the bucket. They're going to count it, and he'll go to the line for one more. Go back first to Newman on the other end.
Well, Newman doesn't get many easy baskets with the great defenders who try to shut him down, but that's about his easiest of the year. And Wudraogo, talk about some valuable minutes. He's playing great defensively, comes up with the 50-50 ball, and that's the right call. Look at the weight room strength to take Gills' arm right through the shot.
That's not something you would have said last year. Wudraogo had never lifted before his arrival in Lincoln, and you saw the difference at the beginning of the year in his body, more explosive, he moved better. Fred Hoiberg was really pleased with the work he did in the offseason to get ready for this year, and that was one of his better sequences against some really tough competition for Purdue in both Zach Edey and Travion Williams.
And no question. I mean, Fred Hoiberg said yesterday that he's going to need his big guys to play well, obviously, when you go against that size and power of Purdue.
And the answer on the other end for Isaiah Thompson. First points for Thompson from deep, a 42% shooter from 3. Allen to Andre, had a little trouble corralling it, but he stayed with it, and he gets the 2. And another bright spot for the future for Nebraska is the play of freshman Eduardo Andre.
Well, that's all about Teddy Allen right there, making a high IQ basketball decision. You saw the spin move. Rather than forcing up the shot, he hits Andre. That is the play that you have to make. And Fred Hoiberg said Andre's been the key guy on the scout team, so he's been able to get a lot of reps role-playing the other big man in the conference, and he's very high on this young man's future. Said he plays hard, he runs the floor, and he's not afraid to mix it up.
Picks up a foul on the other end for Nebraska. 5 fouls means Thompson will inbound. And Thompson going to have to airmail this one into the backcourt to Jaden Ivey. Spin down to Williams. Double team comes. Back up top, Newman. Hello, Newman. He's got 8 in this first half, and Purdue with a 6-point lead.
Travion just draws so much attention. He sees that double team coming, snaps it back out to Ivey. Ivey hits his open teammate for an easy one. And there's a great backdoor, another one for Nebraska.
Mahan on the receiving end of that pass from Teddy Allen. Huskers within 4 as Purdue will bring it up. Williams banging against Eduardo Andre. Tough matchup. Eduardo Andre's listed at 228, going against the 265 Travion Williams.
Yeah, Travion Williams is just one of those guys that you cannot move. It doesn't matter how forceful you are. You can't move him off the block.
Andre inside, showing some stick-to-itiveness, gets that offensive rebound and earns a trip to the line.
Travion Williams is an elite passer, and he makes such quick decisions against the double team. There's the extra pass that starts on the post, leads to the wide open shot. And if you don't send the double, look how quickly he attacks the rim with that baby hook shot. We're not talking enough about him nationally as an All-American type of player, but he definitely is that because of his inside play and because of his ability to see the open teammate cutting to the basket.
Now, nifty number 50, 7th in the league in points, 2nd in the league in rebounds, and very shy, as you can tell by his Instagram handle, sensational.
That's basically what yours says, right, Cougs?
Or Kevin Kugler. Well, actually, I'm not even on Instagram, so I don't have an Instagram handle. I apologize, Jess. I've let you down again. Ivey with the 3 once more. His 2nd of the ball game. Jaden Ivey with 8, and Purdue with its largest lead at 9.
Well, just Groundhog Day. Everything starts inside with Williams. The double comes. He snaps it to the open teammate, who moves it on for the hockey assist and a wide open shot. It's fun to play with Travion Williams if you're one of these Purdue freshmen. That's for sure.
Ivey, good find of Williams underneath, and the Huskers commit the foul. Travion Williams will go to the line after the timeout, but Jaden Ivey, one of the big stories of this first half.
He just loves these big games, and that is deep. Jaden Ivey not afraid of the Big Ten Network and making plays.
No matter how early you're up or how late you're running, when you start your day at Speedway, we've got what you need to have a good morning. We've got it hot, we've got it cold, we've got it sprinkled, we've got it ready. No matter where you're heading or what you're craving, we're here to make your morning a little better. Because when you get off to a better start, you go on to a better day.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
How do we ensure families facing food insecurity get access to their food? We needed to make sure that if they couldn't get to the food would come to them. We can deliver for food banks and schools. Amazon knows how to do that. I've helped deliver 12 million meals to families in need. That's the power of having a company like Amazon behind me.
At Casper, we're delivering better sleep to homes everywhere. With a mattress so supportive and comfortable, it was awarded Best Overall Mattress by US News. So, wherever home is for you, now's your chance to let great sleep be a part of it. Join nearly 2 million Casper customers and save up to 15% during the President's Day sale, in-store or at casper.com.
Dr. Pepper and cream soda's here.
A new combo that's music to my ears, okay. Let's play. Cream soda and Dr. Pepper times. The treat that treats you right. Pour it in a glass of wine.
Dr. Pepper and cream soda.
A delicious duet. I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info.
Ooh. Have you looked on the bright side?
Discover never holds you responsible for unauthorized purchases on your card. That's my turtle.
Fraud protection. Discover something brighter.
5 Hour Energy helps you get stuff done. And now, when you purchase 5 Hour Energy, you can instantly win cash prizes. For complete rules and how to enter, visit 5HEWin.com. 5 Hour Energy, the official sponsor of getting stuff done.
Jaden Ivey reminds me a little bit of former Michigan star Nick Stauskas. He does it at both ends of the court. He's super explosive. When he has that three-point shot going, he's tough to guard, and you gotta love the hammer. Purdue fans so excited about the passion, the intensity, and the talent of Jaden Ivey coming right into your living room.
Jaden Ivey has such a bright future, as so many of these Purdue freshmen do. And our leader of the game, presented by USAA, is Jaden Ivey. And I mentioned it, we all saw the video, the press conference after the Ohio State game in which he hit the game-winning shot, how emotional that was for him. It had been such a hard grind. His shot wasn't falling. Then he hits the game winner. And since that time, it's like something turned with this freshman. 6.4 points per game before that one, averaging 12 points per game since that game, to go along with 4.5 rebounds in that span. The light clicked on, and sometimes, Jess, it's funny, one shot can totally turn a season around for a player.
Well, that's so well said. I mean, that changed everything for him. His confidence has been soaring since he hit that big shot, and that it was such a critical win for Purdue. A star was born that night, and the sky is the limit for one of the most talented young players in all the land.
Allen for three. Won't go, and the rebound tipped around. There's Ivey to corral it. Coming up, stick around for the State Farm Halftime Report. Dave Repson, Mike DeCourcy, and Andy Katz are in our studios in Chicago, the Big Ten Network home office, and get you up to date on scores, highlights, and everything you need to know about a Saturday in the Big Ten Conference, including, I'm going to guess, they're going to mention the words triple-double and the words Ayo Dosunmu. And that's coming up on our State Farm Halftime Report. This is coming up right now, a block inside for the Huskers.
Yeah, great attempt by Ivey, but no, sir. I mean, Nebraska's forwards have been playing outstanding in this game. You wouldn't know that they've struggled this year with the record, and this defense coming out of the break that we mentioned, it is definitely better. Better ball pressure, better post play, mixing it up, and you can see right there just nowhere to go for Ivey.
Webster dropping it off for Thorbjarnarson on the baseline. The pass tipped back up top. 12 to shoot for Stevenson. The lob inside. Nice catch by Wudraogo, but Williams there for the rejection. In the corner, Newman again. This one off, and the rebound, Wudraogo for Nebraska. Thorbjarnarson got an open look. Can't connect from long range. We've got a foul. Stevenson and Thompson got tangled up underneath, and the foul called on Thompson.
You have to give Travion Williams so much credit for getting in shape, taking care of his body, and that's just the fruit from making right decisions in the offseason. He's more explosive, quicker to the basketball, and doesn't get enough credit for that end of the floor. Now, he's been in some foul trouble in some games, but he's gotten smarter in that area as well. It's just a matter, Kevin, of stepping up and making those free throws. Once he can get that free throw percentage up into the 70s, then he's just a guy that will be unguardable, especially during tournament time. If you can foul him, it's going to be difficult to beat Purdue.
One more for Stevenson. Stream every Big Ten Network game on the Fox Sports app presented by Auto Owners Insurance. Download today on your smartphone, tablet, and connected devices. Stevenson with a pair at the line. That snaps a scoreless drought for Nebraska of nearly 3 minutes. They still haven't hit a field goal in the last 2.5 minutes. 2:10 to go in this first half. Williams popping out to get that one. Morton. 10 to shoot for Purdue. Gonna get this Husker D. Ivy finds room on the baseline, muscles it through the contact. He'll go to the line for one more. Ivy into double figures with 10 first half points.
But just another great example of Purdue ball movement, making the extra pass, and when Ivy sees that zone break down, he takes it right to the rim. You can't give up baseline. Good seal by Travion. I have no idea how he hangs in the air like that, twists his body, and makes those shots.
At the start of this year, Matt Painter said of Jaden Ivey, he's probably the most talented guard we have. He's very fast. You saw that talent and that speed all on display there as he got to the baseline and completes the three-point play to extend this run to a 9-2 Purdue run, and then a foul called on Eric Hunter, riding McGowan's up the floor.
And it's interesting, Matt Painter will tell you that they're pretty much a jump shooting team, because I want my guys to shot fake, take one dribble and pull up, but Jaden Ivey has a different gear, and he brings a different dimension, and that's why late in the games he has the ball in his hands, and that's why Matt Painter is one of the best coaches in the country. He just knows how to develop his personnel. Jaden Ivey, boy, he is explosive.
To the line goes Trey McGowan, who has 8 first half points. And he'll get the bonus here after the 9th team foul on Purdue. 2 fouls for the Boilermakers on Hunter, Gillis, Wheeler, and Thompson in this first half. Huskers with foul trouble up front. Walker 2, Andre 2. Udraogo with the foul a moment ago.
Well, I told you the last game we called, Kevin, that this is my guy I'm going to pick for the best dunker in the league if there's a dunk contest added to the Big Ten tournament this year. I'm not saying there is, but if it was up to me, there would be.
Anderson gets the 3 off the offensive rebound, and the Huskers get a 4-point trip to cut it to a 7-point game. Morton. Ball poked free into the backcourt. Thorbjarnarson working on it. Morton there for Purdue, and Morton out of bounds. That's a turnover to the Huskers, and Jess Settles, who now is suggesting we just add things to the Big Ten tournament this year. Trey McGowan's dunk champion for Jess Settles.
Well, the judges always like the smaller guy, Kevin. I keep trying to tell you that. They're not going to pick Zach Edey, 7'4". He's supposed to be able to look at that one. I think that's the dunk of the year against Michigan State. Let's see that one again. Are you kidding me? The Kevin Kugler, Nebraska hammer, Trey McGowan's.
There's never Kevin Kugler and dunk in the same sentence, or unless the sentence is Kevin Kugler cannot dunk, then they're in the same sentence.
I meant to say Nerf with that.
There you go, I can do that. Udraogo trying to muscle it through the contact. Morton with the rebound off the miss, and Thompson will push it up the floor. Boilermakers up 7. Here's Williams, quiet for the most part with 5 points, and the pass tipped out of bounds, last touched by Ivey.
Well, Williams, we've talked about his great passing in this game, but he once in a while takes that one-handed floater a little too far, and he's going to have to go sit for that. Matt Painter's like, look, we can't have that. Turnovers kill us. We've got to at least have a shot at the basket.
One thing Matt Painter's team has done very well today, 8 turnovers, but Nebraska only 5 points off those 8 turnovers. Purdue's really locked in on the defensive end after the cough-ups. Webster changes that with a 3 in the corner, and Nebraska within 4 as we close in on halftime.
Well, that's that Fred Hoiberg space and pace offense, and when you don't turn the ball over and you make the extra pass, you get those high percentage looks, and great drive to the baseline and kick out. Now, those are the shots they've got to knock down.
Purdue will use their use it or lose it timeout as Fred Hoiberg's team on a 7-0 run has closed to within 4 points.
Yeah, it's just the turnovers that have hurt Nebraska, but great drive by Thor. Baseline action, steps up and knocks in the 3-point shot, and that's a very athletic move. You're floating out of bounds like that, and you're still able to hit the shooter right in the shooting pocket. That's a high degree of difficulty pass.
8 assists on 12 made field goals. That's something that Nebraska did very well in their only conference win this year. They had 19 assists on 27 made field goals against Penn State. That's the kind of offense that Fred Hoiberg wants to see from Nebraska. Moving the ball, sharing the ball, and Trey McGowan's has converted on some of those assists. 9 points tonight, 3 for 3 from the floor, 2 of 2 from 3. And the last 2 games in Maryland, look, this Husker team was weary, Jess. Yeah. We saw it ourselves. They've had a couple of days to kind of recalibrate back at home, and you can see it in McGowan's legs. He's a little fresher today.
Yeah, they've had a brutal schedule. This is their 8th game, I believe, in 14 days, Kevin. This is only Purdue's 4th game. So these guys have been road warriors, have played in 5 different states. But Fred Hoiberg has always done a wonderful job of connecting with his guys, especially during practices and those days off where you can come in and watch film with him. And that's what Trey McGowan did. Had some talks with him. They figured out he was taking that 3 from too far out, and what a difference it makes when he can step into it.
Oh! And what a follow by Jaden Ivey. Put him in your dunk contest, Jess Settles. Ivey soaring for his 13th point of the first half.
Jaden Ivey heard our conversation and wanted some of that.
Step back for Thorbjarnarson. That 3 is the answer going to halftime. And a 3-point lead for Purdue at the break as Thorbjarnarsson's 3 draws the Huskers closer as they trot off the court to the locker room.
Well, anything you can do, Trey McGowan, I can do better. Jaden Ivey from out of nowhere. That is spectacular. You got to block him out or he'll put you on a poster. But let's give Nebraska a ton of credit. Overcoming the turnovers, Thor fighting. James Harden's step back. Got to love it when the lefties flick the wrist. Big time shot.
And halftime has arrived in Lincoln, and an entertaining first half. Purdue with a 40-37 advantage at the break. Jaden Ivey's 13 points, pacing the Boilermakers to the lead. State Farm halftime report coming up. We'll get it to Dave and Mike DeCourcy and Andy Katz in a moment on the Big Ten Network.
Jake from State Farm. If you here, this must be a State Farm commercial.
Sure is.
It also means it's about to go down.
Oh, don't worry, Chris. Things are gonna go surprisingly great.
Oh, I've been doing this for too many years. It means something about to go down. Oh, no. Here it comes. Jake, protect yourself!
Have a nice day. I told you. Surprising. Just like State Farm's surprisingly great rates.
Who are you talking to?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Big news travels fast on T-Mobile, the leader in 5G coverage and speed. That's why we're bringing out our best deal on the new iPhone 12 with 5G. Right now, get the iPhone 12 on us on each and every plan. Switch now and save 20% on your bill versus the other guys. And that's not an introductory rate. That's the best value in wireless. That's right, the iPhone 12 on us on the leader in 5G. And save 20% per month. Share big moments and big savings at T-Mobile.
Papa John's is known for its crispy, fresh crust full of warm, fluffy pockets. And now they're known for stuffing those pockets with cheese. I love you, cheese. Get a new epic stuffed crust pizza with 1 topping for just $12. Papa John's.
Here's to the doers. To all the people who realize they can do more with less asthma. Thanks to Dupixent, the add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. Dupixent isn't for sudden breathing problems. It can improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks and help prevent severe asthma attacks. It's not a steroid, but can help reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Dupixent can cause serious allergic reactions, including anaphylaxis. Get help right away if you have rash, shortness of breath, chest pain, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection. And don't change or stop your asthma treatments, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Are you ready to do more with less asthma? Talk to your asthma specialist about Dupixent. If your financial situation has changed, we may be able to help.
Halftime on the Big Ten Network is presented by State Farm.
Entertaining first half in Lincoln. Jaden Ivey, a huge part of it. 13 first half points for the outstanding freshman, 40-37. The Boilers on top of the Huskers. Dave Revson, Andy Katz with you. The State Farm halftime report. The story all year for Purdue. Well, there's been two stories. It's been Trevion Williams and the freshmen have been shining in this one. 28 of those 40 points, Andy.
Yes, great foresight by all of us, especially Mike DeCourcy, talking about the freshmen in our pregame show, and they have delivered so far here in the first half in Lincoln, Nebraska. The combination of Jaden Ivey, Zach Edey, and Brandon Newman, who was a redshirt freshman, they got 27 out of Purdue's 40 points in a variety of ways. Brandon Newman with the deep three coming off of that screen, burying that. Zach Edey got to feed him in from Jaden Ivey. Can't stop that little move inside. And then great ball movement here, finding Jaden Ivey, that same spot that Newman hit from, burying the three. And then, of course, we saw the Jaden Ivey dunk after that. So these, I know we can't call them baby boilers. That name has been patented by the Hummel Group. But whatever we're going to come up with this Purdue freshman crew, they certainly are blossoming before our eyes, and the Boilermakers have a great shot to continue this narrative going forward to get better and better and be in the NCAA tournament.
I think you just did it. The blossoming Boilers. The burgeoning Boilers.
Do you like that?
Precocious Purdue. How about that? Any of those would work. I give Nebraska a ton of credit, by the way. The guys talk about 8 games in 14 days. It's crazy, and yet
they still somehow they're
really well here in the first half. Still anybody's game. We're going to show you the highlights of the 2 early games. Michigan State was impressive. Illinois, though, was scintillating, and Io made some history. Kofi stole the bump. Io stole the game.
We made USAA insurance for members like Kate. A former Army medic made of the flexibility to handle whatever Monday has in store and tackle 4 things at once. So when her car got hit, she didn't worry. She simply filed a claim on her USAA app and said,
"I've got this."
USAA insurance is made the way Kate needs it. Easy. She can even pick her payment plan, so it's easy on her budget and her life. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for. USAA.
When it comes to your financial health, just a few small steps can make a real difference.
Learn, save, and spend with guidance from Chase. Confidence feels good. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Bolt 24 keeping it real with Damian Lillard.
You either got hops or you somebody I dunk on. But there is Bolt 24 Restore with 10 grams of collagen and no artificial sweeteners. Restoring that ego, that's on you, fam.
Hey, Bolt 24.
Have you or a loved one been wronged by pre-made breakfast?
Well, Wendy's has your back, dropping the hammer with 2 of these made-to-order breakfast sandwiches for just $4. Get the breakfast you deserve now, 2 for $4. Only at Wendy's.
The stars.
Io has it.
And their stories.
Basketball means everything to me. It's the reason I get up in the morning. It's the reason I go to sleep at night.
The journey, fueled by Gatorade. Wednesday on the Big Ten Network. Sunday, Demetric Trice in Wisconsin.
Nice move, good finish.
Square off with Northwestern.
That was pretty.
Big Ten basketball presented by Jeep. Sunday at 7 Eastern on the Big Ten Network.
Every school, every day, it's every beginning and every end. Every pass, play, and prayer.
Rattled it home.
Every denial. And every truth.
For a 3.
Every dagger, every dunk, every dive. Every moment. This is big. Only on Big Ten Network.
Halftime on the Big Ten Network is presented by State Farm. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Illinois and Minnesota, this one not particularly close, and this guy with the ball is the reason why. Io DeSumo was absolutely fabulous. The layup there, second half, more from the Illini. This time, Io getting it to Kofi Coburn, throws down the monstrous jam. A triple-double for Io, Andy.
and not the first of the season. I just love the fact that he just dribbles with such confidence. He's got such great flow and rhythm to his game.
DeSumo getting the rebound there that was his 10th. So, yeah, 2 triple-doubles in 4 games. An absolute rout for the Illini. Indiana and Michigan State. Trace Jackson-Davis throwing down the jam. He had 34 points, but Aaron Henry and the Spartans just too tough down the stretch.
Yeah, he had 27 overall, and he told me after the game that the narrative really changed after the 30-point loss to Iowa. That was embarrassing. They had to change, and they did a week later.
It's their 3rd win in their last 9 games. Damaging loss for Indiana, 78-71. The final. Interested in your takeaways on both those games. Let's start with the Spartans.
So let me just address this first. With Michigan State, in their final 6 games, if they were to go 4-2 during that stretch, I think they're comfortably in. Because in the 6 games, they're going to play all teams projected in the NCAA tournament. As for Indiana, I still think they're going to be fine, but they've created a little bit of controversy for themselves because they're going to have to take care of business in their last 4, at least maybe win 2 of those. As for Illinois and Minnesota, Minnesota definitely in trouble. They need to get a road win. As for Illinois, I think you can make a strong argument right now that Ayo DeSumo and Luka Garza, who had 30 the other night against Wisconsin, co-Big Ten Players of the Year.
I mean, DeSumo is making a strong case for himself. He's the first Big Ten player with multiple triple-doubles in a season since Draymond Green 10 years ago. And
how do you eliminate one of them?
Ever. I'm not suggesting that you do. I'm simply stating the case for Ayo. And I'm stating the case for Trey McGowan's. 9 points in the first half. Huskers 7 of 17 behind the arc, down 3.
With Allstate, drivers who switched saved over $700. Saving is easy when you're in good hands. Allstate. Click or call to switch today.
No matter how early you're up or how late you're running, when you start your day at Speedway, we've got what you need to have a good morning. We've got it hot. We've got it cold. We've got it sprinkled. We've got it ready. No matter where you're heading or what you're craving, we're here to make your morning a little better. Because when you get off to a better start, you go on to a better day.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info.
Ooh. Have you looked on the bright side?
Discover never holds you responsible for unauthorized purchases on your card. That's my turtle.
Fraud protection. Discover something brighter.
5-Hour Energy helps you get stuff done. And now, when you purchase 5-Hour Energy, you can instantly win cash prizes. For complete rules and how to enter, visit 5hewin.com. 5-Hour Energy, the official sponsor of getting stuff done.
We're trying to make healthy food taste better to more people. We're here in the SPIT lab. That stands for saliva, perception, ingestion, and tongues. Those are sort of the tools that my lab uses to study people. We study taste and flavor and spit in order to figure out, could we help someone who either is restricted to a certain diet because of a medical condition that they have? Could we help their food be better? Or can we change the food itself? Can we make healthy eating enjoyable for everybody? Food should taste good even when it's healthy for you and even when you aren't healthy. That's just a fundamental value that I hold because I love food and I think everybody should get to love their food as well. If we can better understand the way people experience their food, we can help them live healthier lives.
Halftime on the Big Ten Network is presented by State Farm. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Good night for Boilers fans on the Big Ten Network. We've got the 11th ranked Purdue volleyball team coming up next against Northwestern. After that, it is the big show as Andy and I will take you through the entire day in the Big Ten. Second half coming up with Kevin and Jess from Lincoln. 3-point lead for Purdue over Nebraska.
Did you hear that? The State Farm thing. Da-da-da-da-da.
I think we're in a commercial. Jake from State Farm, I knew it.
Don't worry, Chris. Things are gonna go surprisingly great.
Dad, look!
Chris!
Ooh, see? Surprising. Just like State Farm's surprisingly great rates.
I didn't even record.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Nearly 150 years of experience goes into making each and every Continental tire. So you can trust with total confidence that our tires will deliver superior performance, no matter where the road takes you. Continental Tire, for what you do.
T-Mobile is upgrading its network at a record pace. We were the first to bring 5G nationwide. And now that Sprint is a part of T-Mobile, we're turning up the speed, upgrading over 1,000 towers a month with ultra-capacity 5G to bring speeds as fast as Wi-Fi to cities and towns across America. And we're adding more every week. Coverage and speed. Who says you can't have it all?
Hey, you. Yeah, you.
I opened a SoFi Money account, and it was the first time that I realized I can be earning interest back on my money.
I just discovered SoFi, and I'm an investor with a diversified portfolio. Who am I?
I refinanced my student loan with SoFi because of their low interest rates.
Thanks, SoFi, for helping us get our money right. Thank you.
Crust is the most important part of stuffed crust. It's half the name. Papa John's crust is made from 6 simple ingredients. 7 if you count all this cheese. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
The chicken or the egg? The question isn't which came first. It's which comes with peanut butter. Duh. You're watching the Big Ten Network.
Back in Lincoln, where our first half stats are powered by Unleaded 88 for Purdue, their best first half scoring output since they put 40 on the board at Indiana last month. They won that game 81-69. But what stands out in these stats, Jess Settles, 12 threes combined for these two teams in the first half.
Coming into this game, Purdue has shot 25% in the month of February from beyond the arc, but Matt Painter knew when his guys got open looks, they'd get it going, and they sure have in this game. And Nebraska has struggled from beyond the arc the entire season. It just makes life so much easier when Webster and company are knocking down those threes. Thor with the momentum shot going into halftime. But Fred Hoiberg had a great conversation with Trey McGowan's about the range that he's taking his three-point shots from lately. He's really struggled to knock it down, but who wouldn't struggle when you shoot it from that far out? But look at the difference. You move a couple feet in this game, no one challenges him. Great form and rotation, and that's a great sign going forward into this second half. He's got to move in. Young players, look, the farther out you go, the tougher it is to make the shot. There's only one Seth Curry, Kevin Kugler.
There is only one Seth Curry, and it's usually easier the closer you get to the basket. Trey McGowan's has hit all 3 of his shots in this first half, 2 for 2 from 3. And now, we are ready to go. Stevenson will inbound for Nebraska, and the second half about to get underway. Great to have you with us this afternoon, going into this evening. Alongside Jess Settles, I'm Kevin Kugler. 3-point game in this one, and a really important game for Purdue to win on the road. Their one win from double-digit conference wins for the 6th time in 7 years, and more importantly, just still chasing the outside shot at a double bye in the Big Ten tournament. This is one of 4 games Purdue has remaining on their schedule as of now, as the Huskers extend the run to 12-2. cut that lead of Purdue's down to 1.
Very interesting that Allen and Banton are not starting this second half and have not scored in this game. So Fred Hoiberg looking a little bit to the future, trying to give other guys an opportunity. And so far, this second group is battle.
Side, Ivy lost it, got it back, hanging in the air, couldn't get it done, and Stevenson with the rebound. McGowan's up ahead, and good anticipation. Brandon Newman with the tip out of bounds, keeping it from Thorbjarnarson, who was running down that sideline. We talk about the stakes for Purdue and this resume. Look, Mike DeCourcy has them in solidly in the NCAA tournament. That's not a concern right now. A 5 seed means you are solidly in. A lot of quad 1 and 2 wins, 9 of them to be precise between the two. Strength of schedule's top 10. Conference wins already, 9 of them, looking for 1 more. But that double bye is intriguing. They came into today 1 game behind the Iowa Hawkeyes, but Iowa has the head-to-head, and now Nebraska has the lead as Thorbjarnarson hits another one from deep. And Thor with 9 in this ball game.
I think Purdue is the one team in the league that has positively surprised me the most this year. I mean, you lose Nogel Eastern and Matt Harms. You just don't think you're going to be able to recover. But great job again by Nebraska making the extra pass. When they get 2 feet in the paint and can kick it out, they're just a completely different team.
Inside, Gillis Snow. Udraogo tracks down the loose ball. Huskers with the 2-point lead. Thorbjarnarson off the fake, the 3 up and off. Williams has it ripped away by Udraogo. He might be playing his best action of the season right now for Nebraska as the turnover goes back to Eric Hunter. Purdue down 2. Ivy going to work. Back it goes to Hunter. Hunter in the paint, floats it in to tie it at 42.
Great look away by Hunter right at the end to create some space, a nice floater, but I totally agree, Kevin. Udraogo is doing some great things at this game at both ends of the court, rebounding, setting screens, and right on cue, how about a little bucket?
Look what he found. Ball trickled right to him underneath as it was poked free, and Nebraska leads 44-42. Huskers won against the Boilermakers at Pinnacle Bank Arena last year, 70-56, very early in the conference season. And they turned the same trick here as Newman's blocked away. On the run, and a foul is called. Thorbjarnarson was going to take that one in for an easy 2, and the foul called on the way to the rim and on the floor.
Udraogo just in the right place at the right time, but that's what happens when you're playing harder, winning the 50-50 balls and getting to the basket. And you got to play defense if you're Nebraska. You've done a good job coming out of the break. Great job and great performance by Thor so far. He didn't want that foul called. He wanted the run out.
Udraogo feeling his oats right now, driving inside. Can't get that one to go, and Ivy with the rebound. The entry to Williams. Double team comes. Back out it goes to Ivy. Open 3. And the rebound underneath, pulled down by Gillis, but he tripped up and went down. That's a travel. And a turnover to Nebraska.
And Trevion Williams has to attack that single coverage right away. He let Nebraska's defense off the hook. The double team came late. He threw it out. He's going to have to go rest. Matt Painter's going to talk to him about that. But he's got to know right away that he's got to spin baseline and attack the rim. Too much passing by Williams. He's unselfish, but sometimes that hurts your team. And let's see if Edey can get that post established for Purdue.
9 Boilermaker turnovers in this ball game. Husker bench has been the big story. It started this second half 31-9. Nebraska has outscored Purdue off the bench in this ball game. And Thorbjarnarson to a cutting Webster, leaves it for Udraogo, who is fouled. The ball movement for Nebraska's bench has been exemplary. This is an outstanding possession here.
Yeah, just go against the grain. Again, overplaying the passing lanes, backdoor cut, and You can't draw it up much better than that. Get that paint opened up. Great assist, and you're going to go to the free throw line. You can knock these down, but you're right, Kevin. The bench has come to play in this game. Banton and Allen still not in the game, and Fred Hoiberg just going with a different look, and it's working.
Ouedraogo, just a 41% free throw shooter. That's not his strength. There's Banton on the bench. Teddy Allen on the bench as well. Those Husker starters watching this one right now as Ouedraogo misses both free throws, and Gillis gets the rebound for the Boilermakers, down a pair, 3.5 into this second half. Ivy turns the corner, leaves it for Edey. That was beautiful. Ivy, the flip to the big freshman for the flush. High ball game. Webster jumps it to Thorbjarnarson. Ouedraogo knifing into traffic, and the ball tipped out of bounds by Purdue.
It just seems unfair that the All-American goes to the bench to rest, and then you bring in the 7'4" freshman who picks up and does all the dirty work, and he's not going to miss too many of those. Might have been fouled, but Purdue's big men put so much pressure on every defense in the Big Ten.
McGowan's the air ball flipped into play for Purdue. Ivy through traffic, ball popped free, turnover right back to Nebraska. 10th Purdue turnover, timeout in Lincoln, tie game. 4 minutes gone, second half.
We made USAA insurance for members like Kate, a former Army medic made of the flexibility to handle whatever Monday has in store and tackle 4 things at once. So when her car got hit, she didn't worry. She simply filed a claim on her USAA app and said,
"I've got this."
USAA insurance is made the way Kate needs it. Easy. She can even pick her payment plan, so it's easy on her budget and her life. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
Deposit, plan, and pay with easy tools from Chase. Simplicity feels good. Chase, make more of what's yours.
I'm a performer. Always have been and always will be. Never letting anything get in my way. Not the doubts, distractions, or voice in my head. And certainly not arthritis. Voltaren provides powerful arthritis pain relief to help me keep moving. And it can help you too. Feel the joy of movement with Voltaren.
Sunday, Aaron Wiggins and Maryland.
Oh my, a poster!
Throw down with Ron Harper Jr. and Rutgers. Big Ten basketball presented by G. Sunday at 3 Eastern on the Big Ten Network.
Gets the shotgun set. He's got blockers out in front. Listen to this crowd as football team is scored a touchdown.
8 years ago, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor. I am still fighting, but I am alive and thriving. Today, 12 more kids will be told they have brain cancer. Their lives will change forever. Team Jack continues to fight for these kids. Come off the sidelines and get in the game. Help us beat child brain cancer by visiting teamjackfoundation.org.
Big topics, big interviews, big analysis.
That's what's going to make them so dangerous. I'm so hyped for this game. This is going to be a great matchup.
The Big Show, presented by Rocket Mortgage. Tonight at 9:30 Eastern on the Big Ten Network.
No son of mine. No son of mine.
Tie ball game, 15:52 remaining in the second half in Lincoln. Alongside Jess Settles, I'm Kevin Kugler. Nebraska in a tie with Purdue despite Derek Walker, Teddy Allen, and Delano Banton combining for 0 points in this ballgame. It's been the Husker bench that's led the way. 31 bench points of the 44 scored by the Huskers, hanging around in this one in a tie game with the basketball. And Kobe Webster will bring it up. Banton back on the floor, as is Teddy Allen, as is Derek Walker. Webster probing, nothing there, 9 to shoot. Here's Webster, 3 with a shot clock winding, and he hits. Webster with 9, Nebraska by 3.
This offense looks so much more fluid than it has in the past. The extra pass, stepping into three-point shots, guys setting good ball screens, just a completely different look for the Huskers.
Nice pass out of the double by Edey to find a cutting Mason Gillis for his first field goal. Banton. Here's Allen. Blocked off on the baseline. He'll get it back. 10 on the shot clock. Teddy Allen on the drive. Inside. Scoops it up. No, but he'll go to the line for 2.
Just a great job by Nebraska, making quality decisions at the offensive end, making the extra pass. Nice little ball screen there. Webster steps into it. And when Edey gets the ball that high, you can't double team him up there at the elbow, or he's just going to make the great pass. I mean, he's a very talented post player, but that's usually from a couple feet in. When he gets the ball that far out, you got to drop off of it.
1 point game, Edey with 8 in the ball game to go with 2 rebounds and that now 1 assist. Teddy Allen may have jammed his finger a little bit. Are 4 for 10 at the free throw stripe, and since they came back from the COVID pause, the second half has not been great for Nebraska. It's been really shaky at the free throw line. They're 53% shooters in the second half at the line. And Allen 0 for 2. That was a dart. Still trying to snap out of a slump since the COVID positive. Hunter's 3 won't go. Rebound, Gillis had it for a moment, but Derek Walker rips it away for Nebraska. Webster. Walker will give it back to Webster. Banton with 15 to shoot. Mayan now, 8 on the shot clock for Webster, gonna have to go. And Webster gets free to the elbow, left it short, and the air ball saved to Ivey. And Ivey in traffic is fouled. Purdue trying to rally in this second half, and this is such an important one. We talked about just the double bye, and you see Purdue just 1 game behind the Iowa Hawkeyes. Now, Iowa has that head-to-head from the only game they played this year. But Purdue right in that conversation, such an important game for the Boilermakers as they try to climb up these conference standings.
No question, and every player knows what's at stake when you get the double buys. So these guys are playing hard, playing efficient, and this is the time of year that Purdue usually plays their best basketball.
Williams will back it out. Ivey launching from deep. In and out. Mayan with the rebound. Mayan, the step through, poked out of his hands by Williams. It'll stay with Nebraska.
And you just see the difference in the last couple of possessions. I mean, that's not Mayan's game right there, Kevin. He's a spot-up three-point shooter, or he can cut back door to get open shots. But when he starts putting on the floor and trying to create for himself, it just allows the defense to wall up, and it forces tough possessions.
Here's Allen. Inside, the patience gets him his first 2 points of the ball game.
Well, just the opposite for Teddy Allen. I mean, he can take on 2 or 3 guys sometimes and make those difficult shots.
Williams doubled again. Dribbles out of the double. Newman in the corner. Newman's three. No. The follow, yes. Inside for Aaron Wheeler.
Great job by Williams just splitting that double team, finding the open teammate. And Nebraska's defense got a little bit discombobulated. They forgot to block out. That's the one team in the conference you must put a body on. The Purdue Boilermakers crash the boards as well as anyone.
See if Teddy Allen can heat up a little bit for Nebraska. Can't get that one to fall. Battling for the rebound. It goes out of bounds to Purdue. His first bucket made just a moment ago, though, Jess. They're hoping he gets it going.
Great job with the little push-off with the shoulder. That's straight from the playground. And just create some space, a little fader right over the outstretched arms of Travion Williams. But he's the type of guy who can put together a 20-point half. If you're Purdue, you have to find him. He takes difficult shots, but sometimes he makes it look easy.
Williams inside hook, good, and a foul. Travion Williams. They want him to take over as he gives Purdue the lead and heads to the line for one more.
And did you see how he went quicker this time, everybody? He didn't allow the double to show up, and right away he attacks, and that's the little Hakeem Olajuwon shimmy that Lynn Elmore has been talking about for the last few games. But when he gets that shoulder going to the right, just freezes the defender a little bit, and again, that hook shot's unstoppable.
And he gets his own miss. The floater won't go. Rebound back tapped for Purdue. Another chance. Extra pass in the corner to Thompson. Thompson down the baseline. Skip to Stefanovic. Inside it goes to Williams. Pocket picked by Payton, but out of bounds. You saw Eduardo Andre in there defending the post because Walker just picked up his fourth a moment ago.
Great job by Banton. He gets there just in the nick of time, but everybody for Purdue touched the ball in that possession. That was a high percentage look, so that's great offense by Purdue. Sometimes it just doesn't lead to buckets.
Stefanovic inside, that leads to a bucket. The two-hand flush, and Aaron Wheeler headed to the line for one more.
Does anybody run better out-of-bounds plays in the Big Ten than Matt Painter? I don't think so. The confusion, the two-fister and a poster, and welcome to the party, Mr. Wheeler.
No matter how early you're up or how late you're running, when you start your day at Speedway, we've got what you need to have a good morning. We've got it hot. We've got it cold. We've got it sprinkled. We've got it ready. No matter where you're heading or what you're craving, we're here to make your morning a little better. Because when you get off to a better start, you go on to a better day.
At Encova Insurance, we encircle you with insurance solutions you can trust. We provide coverage to protect what you care about. Business insurance, including workers' compensation, auto, home, and life insurance. What makes us unique? Our superior financial strength, smart technology, a one-stop shop for custom-tailored solutions, Encova 360, our approach to workers' compensation, and local decision-making. We are Encova Insurance.
Wasn't me, baby. No, it wasn't me, baby. Baby, wasn't me. Must have been some other body. Baby, wasn't me.
Free 2-hour grocery delivery, included with Prime.
Dr. Pepper and cream soda's here. A new combo that's music to my ears, okay. Let's play. Cream soda and Dr. Pepper times. The treat that treats you right. Pour it in a glass of wine. Dr. Pepper and cream soda.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info.
Ooh. Have you looked on the bright side?
Discover never holds you responsible for unauthorized purchases on your card. That's my turtle.
Fraud protection. Discover something brighter.
5-Hour Energy helps you get stuff done. And now, when you purchase 5-Hour Energy, you can instantly win cash prizes. For complete rules and how to enter, visit 5hewin.com. 5-Hour Energy, the official sponsor of getting stuff done.
Do what you want. Be who you'd like to be. Love who you want. Just give it your all. Go to infinity. Together, my world is so much better. My world feels so much bigger. I love it when we come together. My world is so much better.
Basketball on the Big Ten Network is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if Auto Owners make sense for you. We saw the sun in Nebraska today. It's a surprise, I know. 12 minutes to go in the second half. Purdue with a 52-49 lead over the Cornhuskers, and Purdue fans are sitting there saying, yeah, tell me something I don't know. A close game on the road. They're 3-6 on the road this year, the Boilermakers. Their losses have been by 4, by 15 to Iowa, by 5, by 8, by 1, and by 3. A close game on the road has been the MO for Purdue all year long, but a chance at a 5-point possession here to stretch the lead to 4, and they can't convert at the line with Aaron Wheeler, who has only had 12 free throw attempts all year.
The Boilermakers, they kind of are the cardiac kids this year. I mean, you have to stay for the whole game. You never know what's going to happen, but they've been able to win their buzzer beaters. They've been able to come back multiple times. And you talked about Nebraska's struggles in the second half, Kevin. The Boilers thrive in the second half, outscoring opponents this year by 49 in the half that matters the most.
Stefanovic still trying to find his range. On the attack, blocked away, but a foul, and Stefanovic will head to the foul line for a pair. This has been a team that has been tested, and I think you'll say that about all of the teams in the Big Ten. Purdue at 7th in the KenPom.com strength of schedule, Nebraska 5th, but of the teams that are ticketed to the dance, at least as far as our Mike DeCourcy is concerned, there's a lot of single digits next to that strength of schedule in this conference. This league has been absolutely fantastic this year. An athletic, fun league that has seen its teams really build some sturdy resumes for the NCAA tournament in just a few weeks.
That's what's made it so remarkable. This team is so inexperienced. They have so many freshmen to have to play that type of schedule and continue to get the job done day in and day out. It's just says a lot about these guys and their coaches.
Nice bounce. Thorbjarnarson finds Wudraogo, who floats it home, and he'll go to the line for one more. Thorbjarnarson and Wudraogo haven't seen a lot of minutes lately. They're earning more today.
Just textbook pick and roll, fundamental basketball, weight room move, but Thor just leaves it right where it's got to be. Defense gets their lay. That's just beautiful basketball.
Foul on Thompson, his third. Wudraogo at the line airballs that free throw. And that is, again, not his strength. Free throw shooting, 1 for 4 on the day, came in at 40.5% on the year. Wheeler against Stevenson. Williams. Back out Stefanovic. 5 to shoot. Stefanovic pass tipped away. Purdue's going to have to hurry. Thompson will have to launch. The deep three, no good, and the rebound to Nebraska. Boilermakers projected as a 5 seed. We talked about this earlier. They are squarely in the dance right now, which, as you said, Jess, is remarkable considering the inexperience relatively that this team has. But the Boilermakers trying to improve on that and improve on their seed for the Big Ten tournament. Up 3 on the road. Stevenson looking for the tie. Can't deliver. Woodraogo, offensive rebound. Huskers get a second chance. Woodraogo from Thorbjarnarson has it taken away. Long pass ahead to Newman. Newman, the step through, pinned by Stevenson. The goaltend is called.
Well, that's Purdue basketball at its finest. Wall up at the defensive end, take the hit, sprint back. Nebraska a little slow responding, and that's an obvious call, but good job by Purdue to get the run out there. Having a hard time with those double teams in the half court, so you might as well take advantage of your transition opportunities and get those easy ones.
5-point lead for Purdue. About to hit the halfway mark in the second half. This has been an entertaining game. Nebraska at home trying to surprise the Boilermakers as Purdue looks to survive a court that they struggled on last year. Jamil Stevenson out to Webster looking for 3. Halfway down, pops up to Wheeler. Purdue will start it up.
Edey has the mismatch on the post. You're talking 7-4 against about 6-1, but they missed it.
Wheeler hits the 3, renders the point moot, and a 59-51 lead for the Boilermakers as they stretch it back to 8 with 9.5 remaining in this second half.
Wow, Aaron Wheeler making a big impact on this game. No one gets out. That's the presence of the big guys inside, and Ivey again. I'll find you. Great job, Purdue, knocking them in.
You won this year's chili cook-off. Our girls played in the softball finals last spring. You're not just another policyholder to us. We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
He remembered my name.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if auto owners make sense for you. Jeff, Mary, Dan, Sarah, Nate.
Oh, my easy mountain. Oh, my.
Truth is, it's a cold, fast, crazy world out there. If you know the right places to go.
You've been on my mind.
Right now, get 0% financing for 72 months on select 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee models.
Nearly 150 years of experience goes into making each and every Continental tire. So you can trust with total confidence that our tires will deliver superior performance. No matter where the road takes you. Continental Tire, for what you do.
If you have risk factors like heart disease, diabetes, and raised triglycerides, Vasipa can give you something to celebrate. Vasipa, when added to your statin, is clinically proven to provide 25% lower risk from heart attack and stroke. Vasipa is clearly different. First and only FDA approved. Celebrate less risk, even for those with family history. Don't take Vasipa if you are or become allergic to icosapent ethyl or any inactive ingredient in Vasipa. Serious side effects may occur, like heart rhythm problems and bleeding. Heart rhythm problems may occur in more people with persistent cardiovascular risk or who have had them in the past. Tell your doctor if you experience an irregular heartbeat or other heart rhythm problems. Possible side effects include muscle and joint pain. Celebrate less risk. Added cardio protection. Talk to your doctor about adding protection with Vasipa.
Well, Nebraska has a lot of famous people in that great state, but I've narrowed it down to my own personal Mount Rushmore. Look, there's Warren Buffett. That's Kevin Kugler's financial advisor. The great Bob Gibson. I mean, no one could stay in the box with Bob Gibson. There's Tom Osborne. And I was torn on number 4. I went with Johnny Carson, but I was truly torn because that's the guy I was thinking about putting in there. The famous Kevin Kugler on every single night. Death taxes and Kevin Kugler calling a Nebraska Cornhusker sporting event.
I have to tell you, I would have put Dick Cavett on that list as honorable mention. Now that's a man who had a long and illustrious career. Teddy Allen. Back it goes. Latmayan with the three. And the rebound to Aaron Wheeler. Stefanovic for three. Still can't find that range yet after the return from COVID.
And Matt Painter likes to run that Iverson cut for Ivy across the free throw line. And Ivy made the right decision, but Sasha just has to find a way to get that three-point shot going if Purdue wants to get that double bye. Wait a second. Speaking of 1994, the Nebraska Shrine Bowl, that's where it all started for Kevin Kugler when he was about 14 years old, and the rest is history.
There you go. Bam will push it up the floor for Nebraska. And Bam attacking the big man. And what a way to get your first points of the ball game. Delano Banton with his first two.
Yeah, great job of penetrating, using his length, going up over the defense. And that's one thing, Nebraska hasn't had fresh legs like this lately. They've gone deep into their bench, so they should have the energy to close here. There it is.
There's the three, the first one since the return. And a big exhale for Sasha Stefanovic. You know he's happy to get back on the board from three.
Boy, it's been rough with him being out. Lost his legs, lost his confidence a little bit, but you're looking at one of the premier shooters in not only the Big Ten, but in all the country. And with the size and strength and the way the development of the freshman has come along, if they can get Sasha going, this is a team that can make a run.
Well, you mentioned it earlier, only 25% from three in February. If Sasha Stefanovic gets going again from three, those numbers will turn going into March for this Boilermaker team. Bam, in the paint, trying to muscle it up. A little strong, looking for his own rebound, and a second chance for Nebraska. Allen, step in for two. Rims out to Edey. Stefanovic, yep, back to back. He's found the range, he's back on track, and Purdue enjoys its largest lead as a result.
I'll tell you, Purdue fans all over the state of Indiana jumping up out of their chairs saying, welcome back, Sasha. That is an entirely different team when he's hitting that NBA three.
And he was begging for it again up the floor as Ivy walked up. He had his hands out ready for it.
Well, there's a floppy set on the baseline. Why not come back to him while he's got the hot hand?
10 to shoot. And how about Stefanovic doing a great job of clearing the road for Jaden Ivey's one-hand flush.
Just amazing when you knock down a couple threes, how it opens up the paint for Ivy, who's just been sensational in this game. He is so incredible to watch.
Webster. And Purdue looking to extend this 21-4 run. 8 straight. And Purdue pulling away in the blink of an eye in this second half. Wheeler. Here's Stefanovic. Attacking. The no look to Hunter and a travel takes us to a timeout in Lincoln.
Sasha Stefanovic, he's been in a slump, but it looks like he's breaking out. Tickles the twine and gets his teammate open on the rip screen backside. And if that backside is open, Ivy's going to put you on another poster. Boy, he has wings.
Big news travels fast on T-Mobile, the leader in 5G coverage and speed. That's why we're bringing out our best deal on the new iPhone 12 with 5G. Right now, get the iPhone 12 on us on each and every plan. Switch now and save 20% on your bill versus the other guys. And that's not an introductory rate. That's the best value in wireless. That's right, the iPhone 12 on us on the leader in 5G. And save 20% per month. Share big moments and big savings at T-Mobile.
Good afternoon, board members. We have some great new ideas that we want to present to you today.
Who are you talking to?
The first item on the list is selecting a chairman for the advisory board.
What's this?
As well as use the remaining
childcare options run out. Lifetime retirement income from TIAA doesn't.
Use scholarship programs.
Guaranteed monthly income for life.
Papa John's is known for its crispy, fresh crust full of warm, fluffy pockets. And now they're known for stuffing those pockets with cheese. I love you, cheese. Get a new epic stuffed crust pizza with one topping for just $12. Papa John's.
My passion is using manufacturing to solve problems in medicine. Whenever you break a bone and all of a sudden you need to have a plate or a screw put inside your body, we can print that device and we can control how fast or slow that part dissolves. So many people have these implants inside their body and they either need a second surgery to have them removed or they just stay in their body for the rest of their life. I'm one of those people. I have 2 screws in my elbow that have been in there since I was a kid. No one wants to have a second surgery. Insurance companies don't want to pay for second surgery. Our goal is to print biodegradable implants that dissolve at a rate tailored to an individual patient's needs. What this technology can do is give surgeons a way to customize or tailor the corrosion rates for different patients or different applications. What excites me is being able to translate my research to something that helps individual patients.
Take a look now at our SoFi all-in-one play. It came in the first half. Jaden Ivey leading the way in that first half with 13 points for Purdue. Defense turning to offense for the fantastic freshman from South Bend, Indiana. Jaden Ivey coasting end to end. It's our SoFi all-in-one play. SoFi, get your money right. Ivey with 15 for the game. Purdue on a 21-4 run. Nebraska's missed 8 of their last 9 shots and haven't scored in 2.5 minutes. Allen driving against Edey, and that'll break that spell. Gets inside for his second bucket of the ball game. Huskers within 12. Ivey just 2 points in the second half. And the turnover, Purdue had the turnover bug, Jess, early in the ball game. They've calmed it down in the second half, but that'll let Nebraska back in if they do that too often.
Yeah, that's a critical turnover. You just can't not get a shot up if you're Purdue because you're such an elite offensive rebounding team. So it's sort of a double whammy, but freshmen are going to do that. You're going to get the highs and the lows with them, but those plays you just can't make late.
Mayen's 3 off. Lat Mayen only 4 points and 0 for 4 from 3 in this one for Nebraska. Stefanovic pulls the trigger again, can't connect there, and a foul underneath going against Mason Gillis of Purdue. Matt Painter looks pained at that foul call on his freshman Mason Gillis.
A little puzzled there. He thought they called the wrong number. I mean, Gillis is always in around the basket making things happen, and he can impact the game with just a few points, but his fingerprints have been all over this game. He keeps coming, he sets great screens, he makes the extra pass, and he's really the glue guy for this team at such a young age.
Backing down against Gillis. Tough fadeaway for Teddy Allen. Williams bats the rebound out of bounds. It'll stay with the Huskers. Allen just 2 for 9 in this ballgame. You saw him shaking his wrist earlier as he missed a couple of free throws. It's just been something off with Teddy Allen so far in this one. The runner by McGowan's left that one well short. Stefanovic will start it the other way. Ivy in the corner finds Hunter, and the rebound for Bjarnason. Allen against Stefanovic, trying to step through, poked away from behind by Eric Hunter. Nice recovery by Hunter to chase it down and make a good defensive play.
He just takes so much pride in his defense. You can just ask Marcus Carr earlier in the year when he went 2 for 13 against Hunter, but you never give up on the play if you're a young guard. There's too much on the line. If you wear that Purdue uniform, you've got to play hard every single possession. That was a big stop.
Allen over Williams, and Teddy Allen's got 6. Do the Huskers have one more run in them? Coming up on the 4-minute mark. Williams against Walker, who's got 4 fouls. And that foul's going to go, I believe, on Lat Mayen, who came over to help out. And it is Mayen, and it's his second. 16 fouls against the Huskers, 5 against Purdue. Next Husker foul will put the Boilermakers at the line for the 1-and-1. Allen's trying to tip it away. Stefanovic there. Hunter. Back it goes. Stefanovic looking for his 3rd from deep. He's got it. Sasha Stefanovic is alive and well on this Purdue squad. He's got 11, 3 of 6 from 3.
It was just a matter of time. We talked about it off the top. This kid is too good to hold down for too long, and that ball is not even touching the rim right now.
Ivy on the run. Stefanovic again. Why not? Why not for Sasha Stefanovic? Back-to-back threes. He's hit 4 in the game. And Nebraska down 16 takes the timeout.
Yeah, forget about the numbers and forget about the slump. It is over. Sasha is on fire in Lincoln, Nebraska. You got to know where he is. Hand down, man down, lighten it up.
Bender, take one. Tonight's matchup, me versus an ugly fender bender. If I can eke out a win, it's gonna be a miracle, baby.
Mr. Vitale, it wouldn't be a miracle because Geico gives you a team of experts to help manage your claim.
It's gonna be a nail biter.
No, the Geico team is there for you 24/7.
Geico is awesome, baby. Too much?
I think we got it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Geico. Great service without all the drama.
Can we even afford this house?
I'm pretty sure we can.
Pretty sure. With Rocket Mortgage, you can be certain. Not pretty sure.
What's the difference?
Let me show you. I'm pretty sure these aren't poisonous. I'm pretty sure you do not run. I'm pretty sure these are parachutes.
Mine has a sandwich. Certain is better.
Let's go with certain.
Good choice.
When you're buying a home, pretty sure isn't sure enough. When you need to be certain about how much home you can afford, Rocket can.
At Casper, we're delivering better sleep to homes everywhere. With a mattress so supportive and comfortable, it was awarded Best Overall Mattress by U.S. News. So, wherever home is for you, now's your chance to let great sleep be a part of it. Join nearly 2 million Casper customers and save up to 15% during the President's Day sale, in-store or at casper.com.
These are real people, not actors, who've got their eczema under control. With less eczema, you can show more skin. So roll up those sleeves and help heal your skin from within with Dupixent. Dupixent is the first treatment of its kind that continuously treats moderate to severe eczema or atopic dermatitis, even between flare-ups. Dupixent is a biologic and not a cream or steroid. Many people taking Dupixent saw clear or almost clear skin and had significantly less itch. Don't use if you're allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis, which is severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, or a parasitic infection. If you take asthma medicines, don't change or stop them without talking to your doctor. So help heal your skin from within and talk to your eczema specialist about Dupixent.
If your financial situation has changed, we may be able to help.
16-point lead now for Purdue over Nebraska. Dave Revs and Andy Caspin. Impressive second half for the Boilers.
And no more impressive player in this moment in time than Sasha Stefanovic getting out of that slump. And as Jess Settles knows, you got to just keep shooting if you're a shooter.
Well, it certainly worked for Stefanovic. Now 4 threes in this game. And don't forget, more Purdue action coming up next. Purdue and Northwestern volleyball. Boilers swept last night, looking to make it 7 straight against the Cats, Kevin.
Sasha Stefanovic just settles. He's doing that thing where he hits all of his shots again. 4 for 6 for 3, 14 second half points.
So that's what Indiana kids do. They live in the gym. They master that three-point shot, and he has been in such a tough slump, but he hasn't been feeling well. He's made no excuses. He said, I'm 100%, even though we know he has not been. And now it looks like he found his legs. It couldn't come at a better time. And this is what Purdue does over the years. They get better this time of year. They got the size, the strength, the speed, and now Sasha's heating up.
Trevor Lakes, Indiana native, on the floor for the first time for Nebraska, the transfer from the University of Indianapolis. Ouedraogo played his best game of the season today, and the hook shot will not fall. Got a good look as Stefanovic grabs his 4th rebound.
And if you're Nebraska, you want to attack the rim. You don't have that shot kick out for threes. They're desperate right now. You've got to take the first good look to try to get back in this.
Williams. By Ouedraogo stayed with it, and Williams with 9. It's been a quiet day for Travion Williams, and yet Purdue is winning by 18 on the road. Stevenson is fouled, and Shamil Stevenson headed to the free throw line for a pair.
Yeah, that's a great point, Kevin. And Travion Williams doesn't have to put up big numbers for this Purdue team to win. This year already, 7 different players have scored 10 or more in a game. 4 different players have hit 20 or more in a game. And so it's really a balanced attack when you scout Purdue. Yes, you've got to handle Travion on the post, but everybody out on the floor can knock in open shots, and now that Sasha's heating up, it just makes them all the more dangerous. They're a very difficult team to scout. Even though the numbers say they're not a great three-point shooting team, you still have to get out on their shooters because individually they can all knock it in.
First free throw make of the second half for any Husker. 1 of 7 at the line in the second half. 5 of 14, 36% at the stripe on the day. Williams, just 7 shot attempts today for Travion Williams. He'd attempted 42 shots the last 2 games. Stefanovic can't get that one to go. Ouedraogo with his 7th rebound. Webster to the other end. Finger roll, no. Ouedraogo tried to tip it in. Hunter will push it up the floor for Purdue. Under 2 minutes to play. Boilermakers will have 3 games remaining on the schedule as it stands today after this one, but they're about to get their 10th conference win. Double-digit conference wins for the 6th time in 7 years as Ivy's handoff to Williams. A little bobble, offensive rebound. Gillis won't go, and Ouedraogo pulls it out of there for Nebraska.
Great effort by Purdue, but that's one Gillis wants to snatch and bring back out and run clock. You don't want to take the low percentage shot. You've got the score and the clock on your side.
So the Boilermakers, who, when you come to this Purdue program, you have the history that you have to live up to, and this is some of that history. 3 straight Sweet 16 appearances, one of the longest streaks in college basketball, and there are no excuses. And Purdue fans, some great fans, but they're not going to let you give any excuses. They expect greatness from this program as well. Matt Painter has consistently delivered that, and this team's about to win double-digit conference games for the 6th time in 7 years in this league with a team that came in as the least experienced in the Big Ten Conference. 331st in experience out of 347 teams in college basketball. To do that in this league this year, which is going to go down as the best conference maybe in the history of college basketball top to bottom this season. This is a remarkable job done by Purdue and a remarkable coaching job done by Matt Painter and this staff to get this team in this position this year. Turnover back to Nebraska. And with 62 seconds left in this one, we look at some of the top seed Turby. This race is going to go down to the final days here over the next couple of weeks. We've got some huge matchups to come. Michigan, Ohio State, Iowa, Michigan, Iowa, Ohio State, Wisconsin, Purdue, Illinois involved with both Wisconsin and Ohio State. Ayo Dosunmu with his second triple-double of the year today as Lakes will launch the three for the Huskers and the rebound for Aaron Wheeler. There's a lot of basketball left to be played, Jess, and a lot of really high-level hoops remain on the slate. Elijah Wood with the steal, and Wood cannot throw it down on the other end. The attack, Wheeler's three. Rebound tipped to Edey. Stevenson battling for it. He's got it now.
Well, Purdue playing like they're coming from behind for some reason. And there you go. You got to get the ball to your point guard and work the clock. Those shots are too quick. But who would have imagined that Purdue with this young, inexperienced team would be in this position this year? You just have to tip your hat to the Purdue fans, Matt Painter, the staff, and these young players.
And for the Boilermakers, the first time since mid-January that they have won consecutive games. And the 12th straight game, Purdue has held their opponent under 72 points. A second half to remember for the Boilermakers. They were up 3 at halftime. They rolled midway through the second half when Sasha Stefanovic got red hot, put up 14 second half points, hit 4 from deep, breaking a 3-game slump since returning from the COVID shutdown for him, and a 75-58 Purdue win. In the first half, though, it was that young man, the freshman Jaden Ivey, Jess, that sparked Purdue to that halftime lead with 13 first-half points.
Well, he was just sensational from beyond the arc, driving the ball to the basket. I love how he hangs, and there's the poster. You're right, Kevin. That shot at Ohio State just triggered something in this young man. He's become a superstar. Plays with so much passion and grit. He's dunking on Nebraska the entire afternoon. And we said off the top, we thought this would be the breakout game for Sasha. And we were right. He was spectacular. When you have that size inside, you got to get your hands ready if you're a guard. But he had been struggling, but the slump, Purdue fans, is over. And Purdue is rolling.
And the updated standings, the Boilermakers a half game